want to chat with those of you that are moving to the Charlotte area. And as someone who was born here, I've seen this place grow and change in amazing ways, but I also have done the relocation game a time or two. It even brought me back home here to Charlotte. But I wanted to give you 5 mistakes I think that people make when they are preparing to relocate. Doesn't matter where. If you're preparing to relocate, these are things that we don't want you to do. Okay, so number 1, if you're choosing the neighborhood without factoring in the commute, that is a problem. Now, Charlotte doesn't necessarily look huge on a map. We're not. But we have some areas, some pockets that are crazy when it comes to traffic. 77 can be a nightmare. At any point in time, it doesn't matter. That little section between Tyvola Road up to, I would say, Remount is going to always be a little crazy. That Brookshire interchange, and then if we're going the other direction and we're hitting anywhere from Statesville Road, Sunset Road, all the way up to the lake, it can be crazy. So if you need to be at work at a particular time and you're not looking at the commute, that could be a problem. So you really want to talk to someone that understands the dynamics of getting from point A to point B. Number 2 is assuming that all Charlotte neighborhoods look and feel the same. They don't. They are vastly different. Like if you are into the artsy sort of vibe, Noda may be what you're wanting. If you want that old sort of classic but yet walkable, young and trendy, Plaza Midwood may be what you're looking for. If you love that sort of upscale luxury vibe, South Park might be where you need to be. Or if you want something a little quieter, a little farther away, but still easy access to the city, then you might be looking for Concord or Huntersville or Davidson. So really taking the time to chat with your realtor about what your lifestyle is and being able to find a neighborhood that's really gonna work well for you. If you're thinking new construction, tip number 3 is really underestimating the cost of new construction, because yes, there are communities out there where it's an inventory home, and that means it is what it is. That price you see is typically the price that it is. There's no adding anything, there's no designing anything, because you have already picked, they've already picked whatever's going to be in the house. So you don't get a choice, like this is it. But if you were doing a ground up build, not factoring in that they typically post the base price, so we have to then add on, is there a lot premium? What structural upgrades are there? Are we thinking about the interior and the finishes? And if you're going to design, like actually what is the total cost of this home? So really being able to think, okay, I gotta know the full picture. We gotta factor in blinds, appliances. Those typically don't come in new construction. So really taking the time to understand the total cost of whatever that home is going to be if you're doing a ground up. Oh, and don't forget the time frame, because that is going to vary. Some builders can build in 6 months. Some it's 8 to 10. If we're doing full on custom builds, we're talking at least a year at a minimum. So having a clear understanding of that is really important. Then tip number 4, buying a home based on the photos. This is why it is so critical that you are out, you're visiting, or you have a trusted partner that's a realtor that is actually doing those on-site virtual visits with you on the phone. I've done that. I've done sight unseen transactions before, and every single one has worked out. So I'm very happy and proud to be able to say that. But you want to be able to know, are there power lines very close? What does the lot look like? Is it a crazy slope or a drop? Like, what's going on? Does it back to a busy road? Is there a lot of traffic noise that you hear? All of those things can only be seen from being there in person. Now, I will also say this. Real estate photographers are absolutely fantastic. They can make a home look incredible. So you want to make sure that when you walk in that door, your realtor walks in that door and you are on camera, that you're there, that realtor is being honest with you as to what that home truly looks like. Because I tell you, I've walked into some houses and I've been like, this is not what we saw in the pictures. So you want to make sure that you are really getting a good view of what the total picture is in person for that house. And I'd say the last tip is waiting too long to contact a realtor.